Hello there, wonderful English learners. Welcome to English Mastery Podcast. I'm Vey, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have James here with me today for something completely different and incredibly powerful. James, we're diving into storytelling as a way to learn English naturally. And I have to say, I'm really excited about the story we've chosen. What do you think makes learning through stories so effective?
Oh, Vey, storytelling is absolutely magical for language learning. You know what happens when people listen to stories? They stop thinking about grammar rules and vocabulary lists. They just get completely absorbed in the narrative. And that's when real learning happens. It's like tricking your brain into learning without realizing it's working so hard. Plus, stories give us context, emotion, and meaning, which makes new words stick in our memory much better than just memorizing definitions. Today's story about the monk and discipline is going to be particularly powerful because it combines language learning with genuine life wisdom.
That's so beautifully explained, James. And you know what I love about today's approach? We're not just going to tell you a story, we're going to guide you through it, help you understand the deeper meanings, and then break down the important vocabulary so you can actually use these words in your own life. The story we're sharing is about a young monk named Leo who struggles with discipline, and honestly, I think everyone can relate to that challenge. Don't worry if you don't catch every single word at first. Just focus on the main idea and let your comprehension develop naturally.
Exactly, Vey. And here's what's beautiful about this particular story. It takes place in a peaceful mountain monastery where a wise master teaches a profound lesson about focus and commitment. The lesson Leo learns applies to English learning too. When you're practicing English, you need that same focused attention, that same commitment to not giving up when things get challenging. And I think our listeners will discover that the discipline required for language learning is very similar to what the monk teaches in this story.
Oh, that connection gives me chills, James. You're absolutely right. Learning English requires exactly the kind of discipline and focus this story teaches. Now, lovely listeners, here's how we're going to structure this session. First, we'll tell you the complete story with clear pronunciation and natural pacing. Then, we'll explore some key vocabulary words that appeared in the story, giving you definitions and examples so you can start using them immediately. Finally, we'll discuss the deeper lesson and how it applies to your English learning journey.
Perfect structure, Vey. Now, before we begin the story, I want everyone to get comfortable and really listen with their whole attention. Don't stress about understanding every word. Just let the story wash over you and see what you can absorb naturally. Ready for the tale of Leo and Master Chen? This is going to be a journey that teaches us about both English and life wisdom.
I'm so ready, James. Let me take you all to a peaceful monastery nestled high in the mountains. Here's our story. There once lived a young monk named Leo who, despite being intelligent and eager to learn, struggled terribly with discipline and focus. Notice how I'm speaking clearly and naturally. He constantly found himself getting distracted, leaving important tasks half-finished, and failing to follow the structured daily routine of the monastery. Can you feel how his frustration might have felt?
Beautiful storytelling, Vey. Let me continue. One day, the wise Master Chen observed Leo's struggles and decided to teach him a profound lesson through direct experience. Notice that rhythm and flow. He handed Leo a small oil lamp with a flickering flame and said, "Tonight, you must carry this lamp around the entire monastery 3 times without letting the flame die or spilling a single drop of oil." Can you imagine how challenging this task would be?
The concentration required would be incredible.
Oh, I can feel the tension building, James. Leo carefully accepted the lamp and began his journey with confidence, thinking the task would be simple. Feel how that overconfidence might lead to problems. But as he started walking, he quickly realized how incredibly difficult it actually was. Every step required complete attention. Every movement had to be deliberate and careful. The suspense is building. One moment of distraction, one careless step, and either the oil would spill or the precious flame would be extinguished forever.
The intensity is incredible, Vey. By the time Leo completed his third and final lap around the monastery, his arms were trembling from fatigue. But amazingly, the flame was still burning brightly. Feel that sense of accomplishment and relief. When he returned the lamp to Master Chen, the wise teacher smiled knowingly and asked, "What important lesson did you discover during this experience?" This is the crucial moment where understanding dawns.
And here's the beautiful wisdom, James. Leo thought deeply for a moment and replied, "I learned that to truly succeed at any task, I must give it my complete, undivided attention. When my mind wanders or gets distracted, failure becomes inevitable." Notice the clarity in his realization. Master Chen nodded approvingly and said, "True discipline isn't about using force or willpower. It's about developing focus and maintaining commitment." If you approach every responsibility in life with the same careful attention you gave to carrying that lamp, you will never lose your way. What profound wisdom!
Absolutely beautiful, Vey. And here's the transformation. From that transformative day forward, Leo approached every single duty and responsibility with that same intense focus and dedication. Feel the change in his character. Over time, he developed into one of the most disciplined and respected monks in the entire monastery, and his whole life was changed forever because of this one powerful lesson. The story shows us that discipline really is about focus, not force.
James, that story gives me goosebumps every time. Now, let's dive into some crucial vocabulary that appeared throughout our tale. The first important word is focus. This means giving your complete, undivided attention to something specific. For example, the monk learned that success requires total focus on the task at hand. Let's practice saying it together. Focus, focus, focus. Can you feel how important this word is for English learning too?
Such a vital word, Vey. Our second key term is commitment. This means dedication, loyalty, and unwavering determination to achieve a goal. For instance, Leo's growing commitment to discipline helped him transform into a wise and respected monk. Let's practice together. Commitment, commitment, commitment. This word perfectly describes what every successful English learner needs.
And our final essential word is distraction, James. This refers to anything that pulls your attention away from what you should be focusing on. For example, learning to eliminate distractions is absolutely key to maintaining discipline in any area of life. Let's say it clearly. Distraction, distraction, distraction. Think about how many distractions we face when trying to study English.
Vey, these three words, focus, commitment, and distraction, are absolutely fundamental for both the story's lesson and successful English learning. The beautiful thing is, this monk's wisdom applies directly to your language journey. When you practice English with the same focused attention Leo gave to that lamp,
When you make the same commitment to consistent daily practice, and when you eliminate distractions during your study time, your English will transform, just like Leo's discipline did.
That connection is so powerful, James. Beautiful listeners, I want you to take a moment right now to reflect on this story. How does Leo's lesson apply to your English learning journey? Are there areas where you need more focus? What distractions are holding you back from your language goals? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments. We love hearing how these stories impact your learning experience. Thank you for joining us today for this unique blend of storytelling and English learning. Until next time, remember, approach your English practice with the same careful attention Leo gave to that flickering flame.